Pay attention to this video.
They held a funeral for you while you were still breathing. I'm gonna say it again. These people gathered, okay, cloaked, chanting, speaking death over your name. But you weren't dead. You were becoming divine. Now, their altars are turning cold, and their homes are haunted by your survival. Chosen One, they try to bury a prophecy, and instead, they summoned a reckoning. See, Chosen One, they thought that you were gone. They thought that the dirt that they threw over your name was enough to bury you, not knowing that doing that sealed their fate. Spirit says they mistook your stillness for death. They mistook your silence for surrender. But what they failed to understand is you weren't in a coffin. You were in ceremonial incubation. Now you rise and they fall. Let's get into it, okay? Tap the fuck in. Spirit says your enemies held a full-blown mock funeral ritual. I'm seeing it clearly, okay? I'm seeing them writing or printing your name. I'm seeing burned effigies. I'm seeing people dressed in black robes under candlelight. I'm seeing and hearing people reciting the Psalms backwards. I'm seeing graveyard dirt, okay? I'm seeing bones. I'm seeing animal sacrifice. Some of them even poured wine, like almost like a libation. They poured wine and spoke eulogies as if your spirit had already gone. Spirit said they mourned you before they can even kill you, because in their minds, it was already done. They declared your death before the divine even said your time is up. I'm hearing Latin, okay? I'm hearing someone dragging nails like over glass or over a mirror. Spirit says they had someone wearing your clothing. They had someone sleep in your colors, okay? Take on your name, okay? Take it how it resonates. Spirit says they held this ritual, right? They held this ritual under the guise of mourning you. Spirit says this was an attempt at a ritual erasure. They were trying to erase you, to swap fates, okay? To siphon your prophecy and lay your story to rest. But here's the twist, baby. They thought they buried a casualty, but instead they summoned a curse bearer, okay? Stop playing with my chosen ones. Because when your ancestors, let's talk about your ancestors, okay? The ancestors that showed up this time, it ain't the silent judges. It's not even the warrior queens of your bloodline or the ancestral kings of your bloodline that showed up. This time, your bloodline sent the nameless ones. I asked Spirit, what do they mean by nameless ones? Guys, these are the spirits of unspoken vengeance. These are the spirits that come when your name is called or mocked at the crossroads. These spirits do not ride, okay, baby? They crawl. These spirits bleed through the walls. These ancestors speak through static. These ancestors that you have, they appear in the candle smoke after the flame has gone out, okay? Spirit says now these nameless ancestors are now living in the homes of your enemies. These spirits are moving through their pipes. These spirits are breathing through their vents, chilling your enemy's bones without even being seen. Now, I did have to sit with Spirit, okay, because I had a problem with them being called the nameless ones, okay? It made me really sad. But Spirit explained these nameless ones are not ancestors that were forgotten or unloved. These ancestors are the ones who are intentionally hidden. Your ancestors purposely cloaked these names because their wrath was too big, baby, too sacred, too devastating, too holy. These are ancestors you call on only if the situation is dire. They are the exiled priestesses that cursed kingdoms in the moonlight. They are the bloodline guardians who were erased by colonization or conquerors. These are the masked ones who ride in dreams, okay? Who break curses in secret. The quiet storms, okay? The midwives of vengeance. The librarians of spiritual law, okay? Tap the fuck in. They are nameless by design, okay? Not by accident. Because you have to understand, names invoke identity. But these ancestors, they are the law itself. And chosen one, let's be abundantly clear. This didn't happen because you wished it. This happened because your enemies dared to declare you dead before God did. They wanted to play the role of the reaper. Now a real reaper walks among them. Your enemies are unraveling, chosen one. The one who sewed your lips shut. Yeah, I saw that. Now they bite their tongue every time they speak. The ones who poisoned your food with intention, okay, or words or substance. Now they're vomiting the residue of their own curses. I'm seeing mirrors breaking for no reason, okay? Pictures sliding off the walls. People, stomachs distending. Your enemies are waking up with blood in their mouth with absolutely no wound to source it. And the wildest part? They don't even know at this point if it's magic or madness. Because your nameless ancestors, baby, they don't reveal themselves. They make your enemies doubt their own grip on reality. These ancestors don't scream, baby, okay? They breathe down the neck of your soul until your mind fractures. See, this is what happens when you try to bury someone that's anointed. This is what happens when you try to erase prophecy. Chosen one, your enemies have made a spiritual mockery of themselves. Because in their attempt to destroy you, they triggered a backlash that's going to last for generations. Spirit says you weren't just spared, chosen one. You were elevated. Every curse that they flung at you became a brick in your new temple. Every defamation became more wind in your voice. And every attempt to shut you up has only turned the entire world's attention to your message. You were the false funeral. They are the true death. So while you're walking in your new chapter, okay, surrounded by divine protection, they're stuck watching shadows and shit moving across their bedroom ceiling, knowing that the spirits they try to puppeteer are now standing right behind them. 7:11 on my timer. Chosen one, be at peace. Spirit says your only job is to speak louder, love deeper, and shine more unapologetically than ever before. Because they buried you too soon. Now the earth is spitting them back out. And to every single chosen one watching this, I speak divine reinforcement over your body, your home, your field. No mimic, okay, no puppet, no dark pact. Nothing can override what the Most High has sealed. By the will of my ancestors, named and unnamed, by the blood of my line, by the spirit of truth that moves through me, I command protection to rise like fire around you. May every watcher with ill intent go blind. May every dark practitioner seeking entry be churned the fuck back. And may every whisper of harm boomerang with force, return to sender, multiplied. It is done. It is sealed, okay? It is written in flame, not ink.